Hey guys, welcome back to European Exotic Center. This is a 2014 Audi R8 V10. The R8 is one of the most iconic supercars of all time. Today we're going to take out this Audi R8 and see what makes it one of the best entry-level supercars in 2023. 2014 R8 brought quite a few changes from the initial first-gen R8. Taking a quick look around the car, it's basically a facelift. So, new revised, more modern headlights, different front grille. Same kind of goes for the rear end as well, new taillights. But the biggest change is the dual clutch transmission. This one's finished in Daytona gray, which is probably the most common R8 color, but it has a matte clear bra over the top of it, which I think looks fantastic, makes it look much more aggressive. This one specifically has sort of, I mean, is this chrome? Would you call that chrome?
I'd say it was more.
It's got shiny wheels.
Shiny wheels.
Yep. Check.
Check. That's an option.
Gray brake calipers. This one is fitted with carbon ceramic brakes, quite a rare option for this generation. Of course, you have the iconic side blade, which in the newer R8s has been chopped in half, rather controversially. Proportions wise, I think the R8 has always been a very nice looking car. It's quite tiny. If you really step back and take a look at it, it is quite a small car. We are in the manual shifting setting. Everything else is just normal default setting. So of course we are working with a 5.2 liter naturally aspirated V10 shared directly with the Lamborghini Gallardo, developing 525 horsepower, lovely noise. Of course, naturally aspirated, so zero lag, everything is immediate. Revs to 8,500 RPM. I think it rides quite nice. I wouldn't say it's firm, but it's like forgiving. Put it into sport.
Do you have an exclamation point at the end of it?
Yes.
Sport mode on, exclamation point.
Sport mode on, exclamation mark. What's it got an exclamation mark for? You put the sport on in a supercar, you mad, crazy fool, you.
Definitely louder. So it is all-wheel drive, though most of the power is delivered to the rear wheels. In certain situations, it'll kind of balance it out and send some power to the front. It does sound nice. 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. Top speed 196 miles an hour. Those are healthy numbers. The carbon ceramic brakes. A lot of ceramic brakes can be pretty grabby and touchy on the road. These are pretty good. Turn in. It's very nice. It's got heavier weighted steering. I mean, compared to like the modern, like super modern, like today's exotics, which have just super quick, like synthetic feeling robotic steering. This is still that hydraulic power, a little bit more feedback and feel through the wheel, but of weight, which is always what I prefer. I mean, it is quick. That wasn't even full throttle. Like a word? Compared to the sister car, the Gallardo, this is much more spacious.
It's insane.
Especially with the headroom. Right?
Yeah.
It's got plenty of headroom. Jimmy Neutron could be in here just fine.
Mm-hmm. You are.
The biggest difference from the previous R8 is the transmission. That had a single clutch automated manual transmission. This has their S-tronic dual clutch transmission. It is much smoother, much faster, much better to drive and to operate. You know, I guess the downshifts were pretty satisfying in that car. Same with like the E-gear transmission in the Lambos. But this is immediate. Yeah, paddles are on the steering wheel. Somehow are nicer to touch than the newest R8. The shifts are fantastic. Everything's very satisfying and it's very quick, very smooth. Unlike, say, in Corsa mode in, say, like the Gallardo, which is very just brutal. This, it just kind of operates like a normal dual clutch would. Pretty smooth. Downshifts. That was so smooth. There was no like jolt or kind of kick. or
You're right. I was just
nothing.
like, we just went fast.
It was, yeah, we just went fast. Honestly, most people don't even realize that there's a difference between the styling of this car and then like the older cars.
It's not very noticeable.
But it's subtle, but it kind of goes a long way.
Yeah.
I feel like this car still looks pretty modern. Out is fantastic. View to the sides is pretty good with that very, as we said earlier, interesting kind of bubbly look to the outside. I mean, you know, with any mid-engine car, you're gonna get some proper blind spots, and this, it's no exception. Though it's not quite as bad as like some of the other exotics. That sounded so bad. You know what does not sound bad? This.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know, it does feel quick. I mean, you could probably make a montage of how many times I've said this in my reviews. You know what I'm about to say? It has the perfect amount of power for the street. I wouldn't say it's like a scary kind of fast though. I mean, it's very predictable. It's only got about 391 foot-pounds of torque, but I mean, it is plenty fast for the street. It feels great. In terms of space, of course, like I said, headroom, but also just like width and like length. Like, I mean, it's pretty, you know, the camera, I had to kind of scoot it closer to me. Normally it's like all the way back on the windshield. It's the everyday supercar that happens to be a budget Lamborghini. You know, same engine, same chassis. It is going to be pretty reliable. It just kind of gives you a nice sense of like security. You kind of feel a little bit more relieved. There's just this sense of, okay, I'll be fine. That sense of reassurance when you're behind the wheel. Because this car does like to be revved out and it likes to go fast. But it also enjoys just cruising in traffic and at stoplights. It does everything so well. You know, it is one of the, I'd say, top 2, top 3 best everyday supercar. Some people don't like the flashy lifestyle, so the R8 is a car that still gets attention, but it's not like, you know, you got people approaching you at a gas station.
And guys, you have to check this out, chat. Oh my gosh. I wasn't very sad at all.
I mean, it does feel very nice in the corners, and it still feels pretty live, let's say, because most of the power is still sent to the rear wheels. It's not going to be overwhelming to drive. Anybody can hop in this and drive it. My grandma could drive this.
Can John Boy drive it?
Nope. Could this car be a good investment? Potentially. I think anything naturally aspirated now is a decent investment. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. This car is for sale here at European Exotic Center. Check out our website and view all the photos of the vehicle. And I will see you guys in the next one.